Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Dev Gyan. I am Devapritam Sharma here, and as we know now, COVID-19 pandemic had kept the whole world under fear, and we need to create awareness among the people so that we can reduce the COVID-19 pandemic in our society and in the whole world. So today we are going to do that only by creating a COVID-19 awareness poster that we can share to our neighbors and say them to follow these steps and create awareness among them. So before getting started, if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe it and like this video if you like it. So let's get started. So I have already created a folder named Corona Poster, and I have taken all the images that I will require here in this images folder. And if you also want to build this project, you can take the images from the link in the description. I will provide it in my description. Okay, so you can download from there. So now let's start with our HTML code. So before that, you have to go to this extension if you are using a VS Code. If you are using another code editor, no need to go there. If you are only using VS Code, then come to extension libraries and search here live server. Okay, so here one extension will come from Ritvik Day. So you have to install this live server in order to preview our website in our browser. Okay, so if you have not installed it, please install it. It will be very useful in our projects to preview our projects in our browser. Okay, so if you have installed, no need to install it, and those who have not installed it, please install it. Okay, so now I will move to my HTML file, and I will come here and I will use one emit abbreviation, that is the exclamation mark, and it is the shortcut in VS Code, and I will press enter. Then it will bring the boilerplate of HTML. Then I will define the title here, that will be Corona Poster, and I will link the CSS file here, link CSS, and I will import a Google Fonts here. That's why I will press enter here, press the plus sign and type here Google Fonts and press enter. So the Google will give many results, but between them click on the first link and it will open the home page of the Google Fonts. So you have to search here Akaya Karnataka. So select this style and take this link tag, and if you want to import this font in CSS, go to direct import and copy from here to here and paste it in your CSS file at the top. And if you are using the link tag, then you have to paste it inside the HTML's head tag. Okay, so here we have to press Ctrl+V, and now I will move on with the body tag. Okay, so I will create here one div dot container, and inside that I will make one another div that named hero, and I will make one h1 dot heading. I will give the class heading and I will write COVID-19 do's and don'ts. Okay, so I have to write like this. Next I will create one more div with class step1, and inside that I will put one image, and I will give class as step underscore 1. Okay, and I will give the src as images slash download.png. Okay, and I will give alt as sanitizer because it is image or sanitizer, and I will create a p tag here, that is the paragraph for my text. So I will write a p dot info 1. I am creating here a paragraph tag with a class info1, and I will write here the step, that is sanitize your hands regularly. Okay, and let's now move to our CSS. So I will style first the container div, that is dot container, and you have to always access the classes in CSS with the dot, and I will write here width 100%, height 100 VH, and display block, and here margin auto. So the code for dot container is done. So now I will move to the hero class. Here in hero you have to put height around 820 px and width around 500 px, and display I am putting here block, margin auto, and box shadow 0, 10 px, 20 px, RGB 0 space 0 space 0 slash 80%. So this is a color code for a shade of black. And text align I am using center, and here border radius I am giving around 10 px. So our code for the hero div is done. Now I will move to the h1 tag that I have given the class heading. So padding top I will give around 0.5 rem, and font family I will define the font family that I have imported in my HTML. So I will move to the Google Fonts website and I will copy this CSS rule and I will paste it here. So this is done. Next, for the step 1, dot step 1, and you have to give display flex direction row, cursor pointer, and transition transform. So this transform I will define the hover part in the step 1 div. So dot step 1 colon hover. Here I will write transform scale, and I will transform the scale by 0.9. Next I will write dot step 1. I will now move on to my image dot step underscore 1, and I will give the width 100% px, height I will give here 100 px, margin left around 30 px, and border radius 50%. And I will give you a border 2px solid RGB. So next is our paragraph tag, that is I have given the class as info1. So dot info1 display flex direction, sorry, it is not display flex, font family, I'll paste it here, the rule, and font size I'm giving here 20px, margin left I'm giving here 20px, padding top 10px. Okay, so our first step is done. So now let's preview it. So this is our first step, and this is our whole poster. It is appearing like this, looking perfect. And let's increase this font size a little bit. So I have given a font, its font size. So now it's perfect. So now let's write our next steps. So I will copy this div and I will paste it here. And I will rename this to step 2. Here also I will make here info 2 and I will write here step underscore 2, and I will change the image to distance.png and I will write here social distance. Okay, so now let's change our image. So I will now write the step for this one, and this one will be maintain social distance, and I will write the code for this in the CSS. So I will copy this part and I will use the multiple cursor here. You can also access this by pressing the Alt key in your keyboard and clicking on wherever you want and another cursor. Okay, so I will write here 2 and I will do this to row reverse, and I will select this one and this one and rename this to right. So our this step is done. Now let's copy this and paste it here, and I will use here the multiple cursor and I will write here 3 and I will change the image and I will put here handwash.png and I will put the alt s handwash and I will put the text as handwash regularly. And now I will define the CSS code for this. I will use the multiple cursor here. I will write here 3 and I will again change this to row. I will select this one and I will write this left. So this is done. So let's now check our poster. It's looking perfect. So now let's move on to our next steps. I will copy this div and I will use the multiple cursor and I will rename this to 4 and I will write here spit and I will write the alt as spitting and I will write this step as do not spit in public places. Okay, so this is done. So now let's define our CSS code. And I will write here 4 and I will change this to row reverse and I will select this one and I will write here right. So our step 4 is done. So now let's copy it and paste it here and I will use the multiple cursor here and I will change the 4 to 5 and I will change the image here to touch and I will write here touching and I will write the step as do not touch your face. Okay, so our step 5 in HTML is done. So now let's copy this for our CSS and I will write this to row and I will select this one and this one. I will write this to left. Now let's write for the step 6. I will change the image. I will write here the mask one. And I will change the alt to. And I will write here the step as wear mask while going out. So now let's write the code for our CSS. So I forgot to change this one to 5 and I will copy this and I will paste it here and I will use the multiple cursor here and I will write this to 6 and I will rename this to row reverse and I will select this left and I will write this to right. Okay, so let's write our last step for this poster, that is step number 7. So I will copy this div, I will paste it here and I will change the image. Let's see what is available here. So close contact is left, and I will write here close contact, and I will rename this 6s to 7, and I will write here the step as avoid close contact. Okay, so now let's write the CSS for our last step. This one will be 7, and so this one was 5 only. I have to rename it to 6. So now let's check our website. So this one, let's check step number 5. So I have to write this 5. Now I hope this problem is solved. So let me check now. So this one I have to write to right. Sorry, I have to write both to left. So this is done. Yeah. So now let's change this one, last one. And I will change here this to row. And I will change this one and this one to left. Okay. This one is coming again. I will delete it. So yeah, this is perfect. So by doing this only, our website is completed. So now you can share it to your neighbors and say this to follow these steps in order to control the COVID-19 pandemic, and you too have to follow these steps and you should be an inspiration to others in order to control the COVID-19 pandemic. So thanks for watching this video. If you have liked the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos like this. So till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.